you need to challenge yourself academically, okay? Not take basket weaving in 12th grade. Take something that matters. It says something about your character, okay? What you're saying on this piece of paper is who you are to the world. And do you think employers want lazy people, unmotivated people, undependable? No. If you're running a company, you want the best people you can find. And what this document says about you, if you had the guts to attempt physics, that means something. It says something about your character, okay? You can say, well, Greg, physics is scary. Yeah, it's scary. So you have to go to the teacher and say, I don't get this. I need help. And you know what? They will love it. That is music to a teacher's ear, is I want to understand this. You're in chemistry and you have no idea what a covalent bond is? Make the teacher get it through your head what it is, okay? I'm telling you guys, those two things before grades is your attendance. Who in here plays sports? Do you think, in honesty, the coach is going to put you in a real game if you don't come to practice? It is not going to happen. You need to prove your dependability in life. Okay, so that's enough about the job world. Let's say you decide, yeah, I'm going on to school. What are the schools, universities, colleges going to look at?
Grades.
They're going to look at the same things. First of all, they're pulling your transcript. You cannot get away from this piece of paper. Okay, just accept it and make it as pretty as you can. And you know what? I have your transcript here. You guys are in 9th grade? They're still blank. You haven't messed them up yet. Okay? That's why we're trying to reach you at this age. You'll never get your hands on the actual transcript. It's too important. I'm giving you these. You can keep track of your own. The grades that start on this are the end of 9th grade. So I talked about minor adjustments. Can you give me a hand and give everyone one of those? Thank you. If you're off a little bit on one of your classes, you can make your little course correction. Don't wait till May to try to make a course correction. You're already too far off course. If you make these little corrections now, you can save the ship, okay? You can land in San Francisco rather than LA. Now, this program I'm here to talk to you about is to help you get to where you want to get to, okay? It's called Maryland Scholars. It's put together by the largest group of private employers in the state of Maryland, and they want to help you guys get to where you want to get to, the Maryland Business Roundtable. So this program is called Maryland Scholars. How do you become a Maryland Scholar? Well, first of all, why would you want to be a Maryland Scholar? There's a couple of benefits to you. If you notice on that transcript, the bottom right corner, there's a box now that wasn't there when I was in school. It's called Maryland Scholar. It's either checked or it isn't. There's no gray area. There's no in-between. You're either a scholar or you're not. How do you become one? We're going to set the bar a little bit higher for you. For instance, you know there's requirements to get a high school diploma. You have to go take English for 4 years. You have to get through biology. You have to pass Algebra 1. We're setting it a little bit higher, saying you have to do Algebra 2. Whoop-de-doo. We're not asking for blood, just a little sweat. You have to take biology. We're going to say you're going to add chemistry or physics or both. You have to take 2 years of the same foreign language. So this little half sheet of paper has the requirements on it. Would you help, please? Everybody, one of those. Help me again? Thanks. So that's got the requirements on it. So what's in it for you? Couple of things. There's going to be internships from the companies that set this up. Okay, what's that mean? Instead of working at McDonald's next summer, maybe you could work at Lockheed Martin or at a lab at Johns Hopkins or do something really cool that puts you ahead of your peers, that sets you apart, that lets you get actually in the real job world rather than selling fries and burgers. The other thing is you'll be eligible, some of you will be eligible for additional scholarship money. So how do you get all the facts about it? Well, we've got a magazine we're going to hand out. It's called Be What I Want to Be, and everybody's going to get one of these. There's a website associated with this, bewhatiwanttobe.com. For those of you who want to control your own life and get to where you want to get to, I urge you to go to this site and register. Now, what's in the magazine? Well, it gives you tips on things like resume writing and how to get where you want to get to, but it also profiles people, just like you and me, average folks, how they got to where they got to in life, the courses they took, the money they make. They're just regular folks, you know, no rock stars. And it just shows you some real life examples of how to get where you want to get to, okay? Different walks of life. So we're going to make sure everybody gets one of these. And if there's any questions about the Maryland Scholars Program, or if there's anything I forgot, all right, here's the real life example for opportunity and preparedness. But first, I'm going to ask you guys to kind of grade me a little bit. I'm going to ask you to fill out this little questionnaire while I bring up this question. Here's the rule about the question. If you call out the answer, you're disqualified. So you have to raise your hand, and I'm going to call on you. If you get the answer correct, you get $5. This is life, opportunity and preparedness. So this is a social studies class, American government perhaps. I can ask an algebra question, I could ask a biology question, I could ask a government question. But since we're in a government class, I guess it's appropriate we ask a government question. So here's the question. Who can tell me the Fourth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution? The Fourth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. Going once, twice. Oh my gosh, no takers. Okay. Who in here has had Algebra 1? I'm a softie. Okay, this was a slam dunk. I'm a softie. I'm going to try to give away money again. It's going to be a two-part question because you guys are going to know this one, so I'm going to make it a little tougher. You got to know both parts of this. Don't call it out. I want to know the Pythagorean theorem, and I want a fact about Pythagoras. Look, if you took Algebra 1, you know you were told the Pythagorean theorem. It's a piece of cake. Somebody in this room knows the Pythagorean theorem, and I want a fact about Pythagoras. We got a taker.
I think isn't it a squared plus b squared equals c squared?
Beautiful. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Wow, that's a tough one, isn't it? Tell me one fact about Pythagoras and you've got $5.
He was,
Where was he from? Yeah, okay, good enough. He was a mathematician, he was a philosopher, and if you really want to hate this guy, he invented school. Pythagoras was the first person in history who thought it would be a great idea to put the learned with the folks that needed to learn, okay? But here's a little difference about Pythagoras' school. You couldn't speak for the first 5 years. You were not allowed to utter a word because he knew you don't learn by talking, you learn by listening. So thank God you're not in Pythagoras' school. All right, is there any questions about the Maryland Scholars Program, about budgeting, about transcripts, about any of the concepts I've talked about? For those of you that have grasped something from this, you already have a head start on the other kids your age. You're going to be further in life than you would have been if you employ some of these things. And if you take advantage, did everybody get a magazine? And you take advantage of these opportunities, use these tools that we have put together for you guys. Did you get one? I'll pass them back. Any questions? You guys have been great. Thank you so much. I can't believe I finished. This is the first time I ever got through. I cut out 3/4 of my talk, which is probably better. Thank you, Ms. Mox, for your time. And if there's no other questions, I'm going to pack up and get out of here.